Alright, so I've been doing some work on Dinky over the weekend, and until I can make it where these wheels come off, I have to actually do this to do any adjustments in the transmission. I have flipped the one belt guide. See, it's supposed to come off over here, but now it goes over here. And I should be able to stop the belt from popping out of place. If it doesn't, I can bend that ledge around like I did in Chase's. How's our great stuff tire hanging? Good. What else? Hold on, there should be some fuel on the line. Don't you want to start? Up again. There's the final verdict there. Now for the fun part, trying to get that on. It was a nightmare getting off because this rack is actually in the way. The rack is detachable, but taking those bolts off and putting them on will be a pain in the ass if I can't get the wheels off. It'll be really easy if the wheels come off, but they don't. I think if the wheels came off, I wouldn't need to take the rack off anyways, but, you know. Hubs, wish I had them. Bigger axle transmission, wish I had it. It was actually super easy to put on because I wasn't having to fight these springs putting it on, like I did taking it off, because every time I'd move it, you could actually see where it did some gouging getting caught in there. But yeah, I just had to bend this up a little to get it to start to go through, and then bend it down to get it to come out. But you know, it's plastic, so it's got a little give to it. Oh, my bad, it isn't bending it. It's just not... The gas tank doesn't mount very well. It has some wiggle room. And I don't know if they normally come like this for this style of tank. This is actually the gas cap from Dinky's original gas tank. Because the gas cap that went on here does not have a thing like that. It also didn't have any writing on it, although the writing on this one's about faded. It wasn't when I put it on. Now, if any of you know me from posting on Facebook, you probably know I very religiously like the 90s and 80s style AYPs. Their frames are a bit on the thin side, and some people don't like their steering, but you can make them work, and yeah, their steering is, of that style, the crappiest. But, working on it, maintenance, the way it's built, the way they look, I love the angular body design. No, this is not a box body design. Box would suggest 90s. This is angular. Angle, 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 angle. I'll at least accept boxy for the Craftsmans that have the boxy hood that, you know, that actually looks boxy, but no, this is angular, and I like angular better than boxy. And I don't like curves. But anyways, for example, taking the fender off, it's a lot more complicated on newer stuff. But here it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, you know, the runner boards don't got to come with it, which most everything these days is built like that. Maybe not that bad where it's all one thing. John Deere is the worst of the worst. At least that one is. But yeah, I really love this construction. It makes stuff so easy to work on. I can take the runner board off without ever having to touch the fenders. So I don't know, say I had a type that had the rubber mat type, and I wanted to put this type that I like better here that has the stamped holes in it. Yeah, you know, just bolt, 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 bolt. That's it. That's all it takes. Everything about this is simple. Bolt, 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 dash comes off. Oh, okay, and the two for the steering wheel and all your accessories. But yeah, everything is just really simple and straightforwards. And these are the easiest to pulley swap too. And then it's like, oh, well, you can't get a very big pulley. These things are super easy to move the clutch on. Everything about this is easy. And that's why I like these frames. The only thing I don't like is that little hole there. What is that hole for? Makes the frame weaker. I don't know if the camera can hear that faint bass, but the church has started. The church has started blasting their weird church techno. And this will not stop till like 10 at night. Which is really frustrating when you sleep with the windows open this time of year. And you get up at 3 in the morning. DJ Birch Church, now playing your favorite song. Ba-doom, 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 doom, 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 ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Doesn't honestly bug me in the slightest right now. The only part that bugs me is I know this isn't going to stop when I actually, when the sun goes down, I want to just hear crickets, okay? Of course, that road never shuts up either. Everything's bolted up. Let's see if the shifter works how I want. So this is in reverse. This should be first, or second, third. Second, first, reverse, neutral. So reverse, neutral, first, second, third. Second, first, neutral's hard to hit, but there it is. Yep, that's exactly how I want the shifter to work. First, second, third. That's what you do when you're shifting. So, let's see, we're about to put in the clutch. You likey. Now, there's one more thing I gotta do. When the last, when I was having issues with something, I don't remember. Yeah, when my idler pulley blew out, the belt twisted and it completely ripped off the front bolts. Like, broke the welding on the nuts and everything and just ripped them out, and I lost them. So I bought new ones. Bought new bolts and nuts. And we'll be welding those on. Dinky doesn't have any gas in it, so I can make Dinky do a headstand. I don't know if I can make Dinky do a headstand. That rack might make that impossible. Oh, also I made this cart. Did I mention I made this cart? I made this cart. I want to do a little bit more modding to it. I want to bring a pole from here to here. And just slap a little bit of brace material on from some of these spots I couldn't get to line up. Although I guess I could have actually filled in that gap there. I was welding in the dark. I couldn't really see what I was doing. But it did work. It's a 100% scrapmobile. And it's got suspension. Isn't intended to hold a person, but it does. I wasn't building it for the idea of holding a person. It cocks down a little bit, but something like the mud train will sit level. And it'll probably even sit a little more level on Dinky, because Dinky's higher in the rear. Or wait a minute. No, it's not. Huh. No, it might sit worse than Dinky. I forgot. Well, then again, Dinky's got tall tires, but Dinky's also got the transmission up in the frame more to drop the frame is down in the rear. Because the transmission's the lowest point. Who knows? Probably end up being about the same as that. So this is the biggest possible wheelie I can pop. My bumper does make a wheelie bar. And I have tested this before by accident. Go up under here. Now you can see my new pulleys. Well, that one's old, but sealed bearing. I couldn't find one this small that was metal and sealed bearing, but you know, that pulley's all bearing. Oh yeah, and input here. Got a little, input here's got a little bit of chub rub, but it's kind of hard to tell. It's wobbledy-bobbledy. While I'm under here, I should spray some dry lubricant on these joints to make sure my clutch continues to work well. So yeah, there's my clutch, how it's holding up after all these times. All this time, it's this piece is bent a little. Looks like it's bent a little, but it operates flawlessly. Way better than it did when I installed it, actually. Yeah, welding up does not work well with me. I can never get a good weld welding up. I didn't feel like doing this. What I should have done is flip the whole thing upside down. But I already put the gas in the gas tank and I didn't want to drain it again, and I didn't want to drain the motor oil. Oh, good enough. Didn't damage you? Good. I'm a little worried about sending heat through a bolt with a plastic pulley. Then again, there's a huge bearing separating it, so. No, I have to put her in second. All right. Put her in gear. Keep it in gear. All right. Turn the engine off. The axle broke. The axle broke inside the wheel.
Crash test approved.
Well, again, it's better to have an axle break at home than on the trail. Kind of sucks though. Well, guys, I done goofed. I can't access Dinky's hitch plate with this cart, which means I need some kind of hitch plate like right here, don't I? Well, I've already looked through the scrap. I don't have what I quite want to do that today. Alright, so this is the entire scrap cart, completely made out of garbage fines. And now we're gonna do a little stress test and see if everything holds in. The only thing that wasn't garbage fine was the self-tappers. Even the washers are garbage fines. I survived the stress test, and the only real issue we had was that's bending apart. But I was ripping it hard. You're jackknifing. Hey, go the other way. You're gonna break it. Yeah. Lay down now. Holy hell! Oh! Everything looks good back here. Bring her on home. Here, park it behind the summer kitchen.